Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today I'm setting out here in my new bicycle shop, surrounded by bicycles, all bicycles that I built. Now, I'm going to take a little break from my regular stuff and just talk about recumbent trikes for a moment for you guys that are interested. Now, I've made several discoveries over the winter, and one is I changed where I put my axle, made it much simpler, and that's in the video on the playlist up there. I believe I put that in there. The second thing is I discovered after riding them this spring that the 3/8 axle that I have in two of these, which came out of one of those freestyle bikes that has the foot pegs right on the end of the axle, those axles, as near as I can tell, those axles are tempered. And if you can find a freestyle bike with a 20-inch wheel on it, which almost all of them have, you don't even have to re-spoke it or anything, you can use it just the way it is. The axles seem to be plenty strong enough to support my weight over some fairly rough terrain. I probably wouldn't go, downhill mountain biking with it or something really crazy, but for general use, they're very simple, they're easy to come by, and the price is right. I get mine for free off the dump. Now, the second thing I discovered is the plate that axle bolts into. I've always been using like a 3/8 plate to make absolutely sure that it wouldn't bend, because that's a high stress area. But the problem I ran into, was rather comical, was if I didn't get it welded just perfect and the wheel was off a little bit and it needed to move, at 3/8, little short, 1 inch by inch, they're so stiff you can't move them. You can't bend them. You can beat on them with a sledgehammer. You can't move them at all. So what I did was I went from 3/8 down to 1/4 inch. And now if I get a wheel all on there, get the bike all done, and the wheel is off a little bit, I can just unscrew the nut, take the axle out, and if I use a sledgehammer, put the bike up on edge and just whack that 1/4 inch plate a couple times, I can actually persuade it a little bit in the direction I want. It actually is bendable with a sledgehammer, but still stiff enough so it would never bend under normal load. So that makes things quite a bit easier as far as lining up your front wheels, because it's almost impossible to get them absolutely perfect, because when you weld them, the weld tends to pull them and this and that, and you know how that goes. But you can dial them right in with a sledgehammer. I was trying to think of the thing. Oh, the pulleys I made to divert the chain underneath the seat. Those are still going fine. I've ridden quite a ways, and they seem to be working just fine, and they're very quiet. Those were made from a couple of wheels off of one of these little scooters. They're like, I don't know, 4-inch wheel off of a scooter. They have a bearing that sets on an 8mm shaft, and those are cookies and milk. You just got to cut a groove in them, and you can use those for your pulleys underneath your seat. Really easy. So between that and moving the axle and using these bicycle wheels, it really simplifies building a trike a lot. So enough of that. I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design. Try to have a really great day. Try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.